now. Well, good evening. I hope you have had a nice Easter week. That you have taken advantage about all the issues that you had to do during the week. I'm so sorry for sending you the grades today, but I haven't had my computers for at least 3 weeks, and I was working with what with I was working with a tablet um, and that was, well, as I was telling you, it was difficult for me to take grades, to do everything right here with my issues, right? So I understand some of you, this was the tablet that I was using, so it was kind of difficult for me to grade over there. I had to use another keyboard, and well, that's it. Anyway, well, I was watching Geraldine. Angelica, yes, I'm going to give the feedback of the exams, but I'm going to give first. I'm going to give what? I forgot. I got it. I'm going to give general feedback about everything, and then I'm going to give your individual feedback, right? So I think I'm going to spend like a 10 minutes with everybody right here. Okay. In the case that we're not going to be some like we have to spend more time on the feedback. Well, we're going to use another space right here for us to talk about that. Okay. Any question? Let me know. Okay. I'm going to share my screen right now. Here. And, okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Oops, nope. Because I want you to see, to notice some issues about chat. What? Yes, okay, very good. Because I wanted to notice about some little aspects that you have to take into account when delivering the written part. Okay, so number one, I'll suggest you to go to this web page. Here, I'm going to share it right here inside the chat part. Chat. Okay. No, here. Damn it. Here. Okay. And well, and if you can copy and paste it in WhatsApp, if you might. So for us to have the opportunity to share that or to watch that live. Okay, so what I want you to do right here is going to be some like taking into account the API styles of the edition, as you see it right here. Okay, yeah, you already shared that. Okay, thank you, coronavirus. Really? Okay, anyway. So, what we're going to take into account right here is going to be just all the issues that we're going to work related to the way in which we're going to work. First of all, what I want you to do is going to be this. I want you to go to first general writing, and then you're going to what is this? Grammar. Because I would like you to take into account a lot of issues regarding to how to write in an academic way, right? So right here, I would like you to check each of these items, right? For you to write in a better way. Also, for example, here, this is a very good suggestion that I would like to name right here, because here, because when writing numbers, I was telling you, I think maybe once or maybe not in this group, but this is going to be very useful for you. When writing numbers, you're going to write numbers, then the letters, from 0 to 9 in letters. After 10, you're going to use just the numbers, the digits, right? As you see it right here, for example, 1, 6. Well, this is going to be an example, but it's going to be just the most advisable issue right here inside the what the written part. Okay, so it is not good to write in what in the paper. Thank you. It's not good to write in the paper just the digits below 10. After 10 it is good, but below that, not that good. I saw it here somewhere, not pretty sure, but I would like you to check it over there, right? Once you're going to do that, I would like you to suggest you something else. Avoid the use of first person of the singular and the plural. Why? Because how can I say this? Yeah, because if you're going to show, for example, results, and you're going to say, for example, we, it sounds kind of good, but in the end, the only ones allowed to work with first person of the singular and the plural are going to be doctors. Why? Because they're creating a new theory, right? So I would like you to take that into account and worry not, do not use the first and the first person of the singular and the plural, right? Instead of that, use passive voice. It sounds better, right? It is not that you can't use that. No, you can't use it, but it's better to use passive voice or being impersonal, right? Okay. So right here, ooh, chat. Who says this? Okay, teacher, but is it good to use researchers have observed instead of we have observed? Yes, of course. Yes, it's very good. Researchers have observed is good, but we have observed, no. Also, we can say, for example, something related to um, the researchers inside this project or this proposal have observed. So now you're going to be focused just on the researchers in that project, not in other projects, right? So it sounds better like that. Okay, something else here. Bam. Okay, so no more issues right here related to the grammar. Punctuation. You need to work on punctuation a lot. Why? Because you have been using a lot of commas, like if it like the commas were plague, right? So no, right here you can use something like when to use commas, example, right? When to use semicolons, apostrophes, hyphen, quotation marks, independent and dependent clauses, punctuation once again, right? And if not, you don't like that web page, I have a punctuation guide right here, right? And this web page, you're going to use, for example, everything, right? Period, question marks, exclamation marks, comma, semicolon, colon, hyphen, and dash, M dash, in case you didn't know that, right? Parentheses, apostrophe, slash, when to use the angle brackets, when to use the braces, when to use brackets, when to use ellipses, when to use quotation marks, whatever. I'm going to share it right now inside the chat. Yes, here, right? Smart, right? So if you might, please share it to the Google to the WhatsApp group, and that's it, right? Okay, now I'm here, right? For example, an example right here related to comma. When to use commas. This was a very good, very common and repeated mistake that I saw. Mistake or error? I'm going to say error. Because right here, I need to look for this. Perfect. Because you were doing something that is not like this, right? For example, as you see right here, we have it was long, noisy, and nauseating flight. So in this case, so what I'm going to suggest to you is, for example, you're going to use three examples or three elements, right? So for example, ball, comma, computer, comma, and cell phones, right? So the correct way for you to use it is going to be just followed by commas before the end, right? I think we don't use this comma before the end in Spanish, right? So it's going to be like that because we have no clue how to use it and we just make it up. Yeah, but if I'm not wrong, I posted some some suggestions on how to do that. I had one other web page, but I forgot where I placed it. Is here? Hey, yes, it's here. This is the one, the grammarbook.com punctuation, and this is amazing. I really liked it, right? So you can work here about punctuation marks. I think this topic belongs to what is this? This topic belongs to the academic course that you're watching, the academic text course, but you may implement it right here. Okay, so that's it. So all of that, yes, all of that before saying something here. I want to work with APA. What is that? Okay, here, research and citation. No, where is APA? I forgot. Research and citation teacher. Here, APA. Okay. Well, I wanted to notice about some little aspects related to citations because you were using the citation form in which the word processor that you're using is doing, and I think it's kind of wrong, right? Why? Because the citations right here, this is basic rules, yes. The citations right here, authors and this one. I'm gonna copy it and check. And very good. Why? Because I needed to pay attention on, for example, if it's going to be just I know it's in text, sorry. My mistake. Well, that's about this one is about the reference list. No, it's here. Citations, in text citations. That was the thing that you were failing a lot. Now, so for example, I'm going to copy it and paste it. Very good. Okay, so as you see it right here, for example, we're going to start with the what with the author. So we're going to say, for example, according to Jones, 1998, but 1998 inside the parentheses, right? So you don't write something like, for example, let's say Jones, comma, parenthesis, 1998. No, this one is wrong. Okay, so not in that way, right? Another one that I saw was this. For example, let's say Jones, and then here, 1998, like this. Once again, this is wrong. Okay.
Well, the first one can be just a little mistake, a silly mistake because of confusion in
Yes,
place.
but I saw that in all of the works. You were using the way in which Microsoft Word has established the way in which citations are going to be pasted. So no, this is not the way, right? So no. So for example, if we're going to do it in this way, for example, like this, like Jones 1998, sounds good, right? Or if we're going to do it at the end like this, for example, let's say no, but I'm not going to mention the page. So we're going to do it in this way. Jones, damn it, Jones, comma, 1998. And that's it, right? Because it's going to be at the end of the citation. Now, if we're going to use it with the page, in this case, right? Because some of you were doing like this. Damn it, sorry. like this. Okay. So once again, wrong. This, I think, is going to be an older version about APA that is not being using anymore. So what I would like you to do is going to be to follow this web page right here, right? And to work on this, okay? Something else. Some of you were kind of short inside the references, right? I told you that by this time you should have read at least eight um, 8 documents, and I saw 4, I saw 5. So no, please put them all, okay? Because that is going to be just the way in which we're going to work with this. Okay, guys, time for the feedbacks, for the individual feedbacks. So I'm going to stop sharing my
Creamy.
screen. Okay, guys, who wants to be the first ones to have the feedback?
Yeah,
Gina,
great.
Sí,
are you
nosotros.
there? Okay.
Who
We
me?
first,
Gina
Gina
y
and
Alex.
Alex.
Okay,
Gina and Alex.
we're going to take turns right here, and if I need to call somebody else, I'm going to use the chat. Okay, so I think the rest of you, you're going to be. I need you to mute the conversation, right? Because it's going to be kind of personal, right?
Person.
Or else,
Okay,
or
for a
else,
while.
yeah, or else, go outside this chat room for a little while, because I think I'm going to spend like just 5 minutes per group or 10 minutes maximum, and no, and that's all, right? And I'll be telling you, for example, to take the next turn via WhatsApp, right? So I don't know, you tell me. So if you go out, nice. If you stay right here, just mute the whole conversation for you not to listen in, right? Okay, so going to eat. Yeah, see you in 10. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So see you, Ricardo. So Ricardo's not here anymore. I don't hear. Okay, cool. I'll start with Alex and with Gina, right?
Yes.
Okay, guys. And then next turn, I don't know what. Uh, yeah, you may leave the classroom, please. The classroom, the virtual classroom. Okay, very good. So let's start right here. Okay, I'm going to share once again the screen.
What is that?
That noise is that somebody's leaving.
Okay.
I just activated that sound for me to know who's leaving, who's entering, and that's it.
It sounds like
Oh,
a play.
who's this? No, what is this? Ah, no, what is this? No, this is not. What am I? What is this? No, this is not. Sorry, what is this? I think it's here. Hi, very good. Ah, you sent it. You sent it right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to watch the no chapter second part. No, here. I'm going to. I'm going here. If it is loading, it is loading now. Then I'm going to see the classwork, and here, chapter 1. Okay, I'm going to revise your advancements as by the end of the night, okay? But now I want to do this, guys. About the third member of your what of your work, of your proposal, of your project. I'm not going to talk about this here because as I'm recording the conversation, so I don't think it's going to be ethical, right? We may
Okay.
talk about that via WhatsApp, I think, so we can talk about that issue. Okay, so who's here? Gina. I think it was no, it was Alex. It was Alex. Yeah, I think it was Alex, the one that I know is Gina. Gene. Gene. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the presentation and let's continue with the text, okay? Okay, for the presentation, I needed to take into account one little aspect. This is not the what? This is not the presentation. What is the presentation? Presentation. I need to talk about some little things about the presentation, and that's it. Okay. Well, number one, that was good. This was somewhat good. Okay, instead of writing, for example, 4 lines or 5 lines about the text, I'll suggest you, for example, like this, too much information, right? I would like to use, for example, something in Word, in the processor, that is called, for example, Smart Art, if I'm not wrong, right? Like this, yeah, Smart Art, right? So right here, you can talk about, for example, a list or something like that, for you not to waste your time like a reading. I don't want you to read. I want you to interact with the material you have right here. And same case right here. This you can organize it at a very good way for it to be seen better, right? More aesthetical. Okay. Same thing like here. Okay. And well, purpose of the study this was better, right? Ethical consideration was good too. Here, the definition of terms. Guys, this definition part is going to enter inside something that we call the conceptual framework. So it is not important for us to add this information here, okay? So it's not bad, but we don't need it right now, okay? Save it for chapter number 2, right?
Okay.
Okay, right. Now, the text. I need to see my notes. My comments here. Okay, very good. Guys, right here, don't use consultant. I'm not a consultant. You're not paying me for me to verify your project. So I'm not a consultant. I'm your tutor, or in this case, I'm going to be the teacher, right? And as I'm a magister, right? I'm a master in arts. So you can put it right here, like M.A. right? Sounds better. Okay, here. Okay, what was this? This could be taken as part of the, yes. You're going to use this first part, right? So, no. Number one, you have used right here like a 3 lines, as you see it right here. And this, I assume, is going to be the introductory part. So my idea is for you to mix all this part, like the introduction with the background to the study, like the introductory part, okay? And then we're going to work with the statement of the problem. What did I write about the statement of the problem? Okay, here the main problem. Yes. Here you were talking about some little issues related to the anatomical part. Therefore, I assume it's going to be just the physical part related to the brain. But as I'm trying to organize these ideas, try not to focus yourself on the physical issues related to to male and female brain, but try to be focused even more in the cognitive part, the behaviorist part related to men and women. Yes, it's going to be related to the anatomical part, the anatomical features of that, but in the end, we're not going to be focused on the anatomical part. It is going to be a kind of important issue inside the learning process, right? Or the skill development, the developmental part. But once again, focus yourselves on what you're going to achieve, right?
Right.
It's not bad. But if you're going to use the anatomical part, you're going to require, I don't know, to measure, I think, the brain.
But yes, teacher, I had, well, I had another idea to focus on that could be, how to say that, what the difference, or if the teacher is a woman or man, or a man.
Well, actually, it's going to be the same things. Like, what is going to be just the differences about teaching, and that is going to be the difference between gender, right? Same thing like talking about the way in which male and female learn, right?
Okay.
So, no, your work is good, right? As far as I'm concerned, it's good. But what I would like to do is to be focused more on the topic right here. That is going to be just gender impact when learning English as a foreign language, right? But not anatomical impact when learning a foreign language, right? That's my point. Here,
Okay.
related to the question, yes, this is not called research question, it's called grand tour question, as you see it right here, okay? And sub questions are good. I saw right here 5 sub questions, and then you have 3 specific objectives. As far as we concern, if you have, for example, we're running out of time. If we have, for example, let's say 3 questions, 3 sub questions, therefore we need to have 3 specific objectives. But if we have right here 5 sub questions, therefore you need to create 5 specific objectives. Now, the problem is this, that if you have too many questions and too many objectives, when are you going to answer these questions, and when are you going to accomplish these objectives? Therefore, I suggest you to minimize this to 3, as I put it right here. Ouch. Yeah, 3 of the best ones, right? As I see right here, for example, related to the specific objectives, is this? This one. It says to compare the brain anatomic differences. So are you going to use a female and a male brain in order for you to compare that? Or are you going to compare the cognitive development related to the main differences about male and female at a brain level? I don't know.
The
Right?
second one.
So I need you to reshape that, right? It's not that. Reshape it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, the purpose of the study, as I was talking about here, what is this? Here. Yeah. As you see right here, you put it like Freeman 2004, but in brackets, right? So now it's going to be Freeman and sorry, parenthesis. Freeman, parenthesis 2004, parenthesis, and then you're
Oh
going to
man.
continue with this, right? Like this part right here sounds good. This one sounds good, right? But you're pasting right here the name of the work. So if I want to look for the name of the work, I'll go to the reference section, and that's it, okay? What is this? Same old, same thing. And here, what is this? Yeah. With the purpose, the purpose is going to validate the objectives, right? And that's it. The statement of the problem is going to be validated by the research questions. And the objectives are going to validate the purpose, right? And vice versa. Okay. For the limitations, I would like you to add more content about this and try to look for, I don't know, some content about Creswell, about Berg, Johnson, and Christensen and Berg Johnson, and maybe Hernandez and Sampieri, right? No, Baptista, sorry. For you to add information right here, the same thing like the ethical considerations. Right here, the definition terms, as I told you before, is not necessary in this part. And you missed the references, so I need to work on that.
Okay.
Okay? And that's all. Questions?
No.
No? Well,
Teacher, could you send, could you share
The link. Yeah, I'm going to do it here. So
yeah.
the link. Where is the link? Where is it? Here. Okay. So I'm gonna put it right here at Alex. Add a comment, and I'm gonna put it here and add comment. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to work. I think. I don't know. I think. Is it visible? Oh yeah, you can enter over there with your account, and that's all, right? I put it in your what? In your forgot. In your assignment, okay?
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you,
guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Teacher,
Yes.
when are we gonna meet and to know what we are going to have for this
Add the grades.
no, and not about the grades, about the
This
following the steps
Yeah.
of the research.
Yeah. I think I'm going to
We have
create a video. I'm going to create a video tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube for you to watch it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
and that's
you.
all. Okay. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. Good night. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to leave this classroom and create a new one.